So when it comes to sensations, they are referred to as sensory modalities, so each unique type of a sensation. And once again, they are divided into two categories, the general sensory modalities and special sensory modalities. The general sensory modalities could be tactile, that means touch, thermal, detection of temperature, pain, proprioception, and chemical. Okay, and they can be felt in either somatic body parts or visceral body parts. What does it mean? Somatic body parts means these sensory modalities are felt in the body walls. Body walls will be considered skin, muscle, and bones, and musculoskeleton, so muscles and skeleton. Okay, so touch, temperature, pain, and proprioception can be detected in the body walls and musculoskeleton. And the visceral sensations can be felt inside of the organs, so like heart, lung, stomach, for example. So same thing, touch, temperature, pain, proprioception. In addition will be chemical general sense that can be felt in internal organs. And the special senses will be smell, taste, vision, hearing, and balance. For each of these sensory modalities, there will be a specific type of sensory receptors. So, for example, for the touch, the receptors are going to be called tactile receptors. For temperature, the receptors are going to be called thermoceptors, and so forth. So, we're going to go over all of these receptors, names, and some of their locations and how they function to provide us with these sensory modalities. So I'm gonna skip this. Okay, and then go over these general receptors first. So mechanoreceptors, baroreceptors, and osmoceptors are all mechanical. All of the receptors, sensory receptors that are activated by the mechanical stimuli. So mechanoreceptors are activated by touch, pressure, tickle, itch, vibration. They can also be activated by stretch, tension, and movement. Baroreceptors are the special mechanoreceptors in the walls of the blood vessels activated by the blood pressure. So these are the mechanoreceptors that detect the changes in the blood pressure inside of our blood vessels. And osmoceptors are special receptors. They're actually located in one part of the brain, like the blood vessels of the brain. They can detect the osmotic pressure of the body fluids, so they can detect basically the amount of water in the blood, and if there's not enough water, they will activate thirst. If there's too much water, they're going to activate urination response. Thermoreceptors, this is the next type of receptors. They are activated by temperature changes. There's two types of thermoreceptors. There's warm and cold. Chemoreceptors are activated by chemicals. Those chemicals can be related to taste, to smell, to the pH changes, and chemical composition of body fluids, which makes the chemical receptors extremely variable. They could be activated by glucose, sodium, and other chemicals. There's so many different chemicals in our body. Nociceptors. Nociceptors are activated by noxious stimuli that are produced due to tissue damaging events. So these are the nociceptors, the receptors that respond to pain stimuli. And last type is photoreceptors. Photoreceptors are activated by light. They provide us with vision and a pupillary reflex. So we're going to go over these types of receptors and exactly where they're located in the body next.